Yep, so my normal level testing. 1, 2, NPL Women's, New South Wales, round 6, North Taramara Recreation Area. It's Northern Tigers versus Western Sydney Wanderers, blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, they're just there. Thank you, though.
That'll help you. But the refs are so just Good evening, everyone. This is the NPL Women's New South Wales Match of the Round for Round 6 from North Paramara Recreation Area. And it is Northern Tigers versus Western Sydney Wanderers. Both teams in their traditional kits. Northern Tigers in the predominantly white with the green stripes, and Wanderers in their famous red and black. Eric Sibiano here with the commentary. And this is going to be a great game. Two teams full of young talent, both capable, as we've seen in the opening 5 rounds, that they can score plenty of goals. And you can see, hope you will see in not too long, why this was chosen to be the featured game for round 6. Now, while the two teams go through their usual pre-match formalities, let's go through the 2 sets of lineups. Firstly, for the host Northern Tigers, in goal, number 1, Anna Norton. Then number 4, Izzy Keach. Number 5, the captain, Amelia Feeney. Number 9, Ellie Head. Number 10, Lottie Mortlock. Number 14, Beth Bernardi. Number 15, Rosie Ewan. Number 17, Chloe Orlando. Number 19, Tegan Douglas. Number 22, Nikola Dominikovic. And number 23 is Tane Morris. On the Tigers bench, the backup keeper is Olivia Riddle. There's also Shadeen Evans, Bo Burton, Jada Taylor, Sophia Paz, Mia Hunt, and Olivia Meacock. The Tigers are coached by Finn Garrity. So, we see our captains do the coin toss, etc. Let's go through the Wanderers starting lineup. And the Wanderers, by the way, undefeated through their opening 5 games. Well done to them. But I'm going to take a stab at their formation because I saw them last week. I think they'll be in a 3-4-3 shape. What I do know is that in goal is number 1, Amy Hall. At the back, number 27, Charlotte Bradshaw. Number 3, Savannah Murray. Number 2, Annabella Keep. In midfield, we have number 13, Alvina Marie Kashaba on the left. Number 11, Alyssa McKenzie on the right. In central midfield, number 6, Maya Khalil. And number 29, Ruby Betro. And up front, number 24, Nikita Fatzari. Number 17, Alyssa Ungsard. And the Wanderers captain for this evening is number 23, Miriam Zumaya. On the Wanderers bench, so Edwards is the backup keeper. There's also Mia Natali, Alara Tokan, Chelsea Barton, Ava DaCosta, Mary Dalbroyd, and Sienna Arate. So, as we get used as the two teams under their final pre-match huddles fire themselves up for what is a very important game. Northern Tigers come into this one 6th position in the ladder, decent start for them. And Finn Geraghty, first time as the Tigers head coach, although he's been at the club for a while, will be reasonably pleased to have the team in the top half of the table, even though it is still early on. Well, for the Wanderers, as I said, one of 3 undefeated teams in this competition. 3 wins and 2 draws sees them in 3rd place on 11 points. And it was only 5 days ago, at the end of the long weekend, that the Wanderers played more than their part in what I think is an early contender for the game of the season. They were down 2-0 and 3-1 against Gladesville Ravens, but a stirring second half comeback and a winner from Nikita Fatzari meant that the kids in red and black won by 4 goals to 3. So, Wanderers to kick off. Attacking the goal to our left as we see things here on the mound at North Taramara. And yes, not long before underway in round 6 out of 26 for NPL Women's New South Wales 2026 season. In front of us, you might see the figure of one of the newer members of our media team, but much valued. It's Emily Arnold, who's on the NPL New South Wales Instagram for tonight's game. And if you're the multi-screening type, I hope you take a look at the NPL New South Wales socials throughout the game for some more behind-the-scenes content. But anyway, there's the whistle. Away we go. In case you were tuning into a Saturday night game, especially one of Tigers expecting to hear Annabelle Banfield's voice. Sorry if you got a bit of a fright, but Annabelle not available for tonight. But yes, I'm delighted to be here. And as Ruby Betro holds off the defense and gets it back from keep. Ruby Betro, a goal scorer last week. Pretty good left-footed finish. First time through a crowd in the box. It was the first of 4 goals that the Wanderers scored on Monday. And that will be a Wanderers throw, of course, before I forget. Because there's many Orthodox Christians in our football family. Wishing a happy Easter to our Orthodox family. And hope you're having a great weekend. But the Wanderers attacking down the far side. And it's prodded into the middle. And then it is cleared. Last weekend and pretty much through the whole season, and even in previous seasons, Nikita Fatzari, Miriam Zamaya, and Alyssa Ngsard proving to be very talented attackers at the first grade level. And they showed that at their previous clubs. It was Spirit for Fatzari, Ravens for Ngsard last year, where she was their top scorer with 14 goals, and Miriam Zamaya caught the eye at League One women's outfit SD Raiders before being snapped up by the red and black. So that'll be something to watch out for, especially if you are supporting the visitors tonight. There's Ellie Head finding Morris. Supporting run there was more trying to get on the end of it, but it's Maya Khalil with the interception, and it goes back to Hall. And it's a return at, clearance into a Tigers play, and then Morris boots it up in the air, and Hall returns for her mistake by catching the ball up above Morris's head. And I was about to say, as Kashaba plays it forward, and that'll be taken over, I think, by Douglas. Well, it's cleared by Murray. It's actually a return to North Taramara Recreation Area for a couple of former Northern Tigers players that are now with the Wanderers, that being Amy Hall and Savannah Murray. Bernardi with a toe in, but Bradshaw will shield it and go back to the keeper. Exciting stuff in the under-23s game before this one. I'm tempered at this. I was here for the whole of the under-23s game. Finished as a 1-1 draw, and there was a late equaliser from the Tigers in that one. So we certainly hope that there'll be plenty of drama for you here as well. And thanks for joining us here and spending your Saturday evening watching on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. I think that's aimed at Ewan, but Fatsari blocking the way forward. Ewan, now Keach. Keach is under pressure from Mengsard, and Mengsard keeps a balance now. She could run all the way into the box, possibly. Alyssa Mengsard goes for the curler. And it's saved by Anna Norton. There's an early warning to the Tigers. And a little glimpse of what Alyssa Mengsard offers. Handball called, I think, against Morlock. There's Willandau, goes back to Ewan. Tegan Douglas, goal scorer last week for the Tigers, but other than that, a result largely to forget as they lost 4-1 away to UNSW. Now, secures the ball, but going backwards, and that's the cue for Morris to press. And it goes back to Hall. Nice exchange of passes. Here's Murray. And in the end, Tigers win out. Morris now the supporting run, but Kashaba has covered against Ewan. Fatsari can't find a way past Ewan. So yes, this is the first of the usual 7 games to be played this weekend. Round 6 of NPL Women's New South Wales, so it doesn't take a whole lot of deductive powers to figure out that the other 6 games in this round are tomorrow. And Ingsard forward, with Feeney's in the way, and then Keach prods it away from the Wanderers. There's actually a good spread of kickoff times tomorrow in NPL Women's New South Wales. Action starting at 3 p.m. tomorrow down at Linwood Park, or Linwood Stadium as it is called this year in Dribble, but 3 p.m. tomorrow. That's a matchup I like to call the Stephen Peters Plate. MacArthur Rams versus Spirit FC. Fatsari loves the one-on-one situations. Low cross, and it was Mackenzie, I think, throwing herself at it. And Mackenzie not too far away. The Wanderers number 11. Good impact play off the bench last week and helped turn the momentum in the second half. As I said, it was the Ravens leading 3-1 at halftime on Monday. A quite brilliant second half from the red and black, ensuring all 3 points. So continuing on with tomorrow's action, of course, you can watch all NPL Women's New South Wales games on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel, the same way you're watching this one. 5 p.m. tomorrow from Popondetta Park. It's the Rangers versus RPL Leichhardt, also at 5 p.m. tomorrow from Lakelands Oval in Dapto, a new venue for this competition. Illawarra Stingrays versus Bulls FC Academy on the south coast there. As Kashaba with the tackle there against Ewan at the quirky kickoff time of 5:10 p.m. tomorrow from the Arctic Circle. It's Gladesville Ravens, and I know it's a smudged. Can't see who they're playing against, but anyway, Gladesville Ravens have a home game tomorrow at 5:10 p.m. As Keach goes back to Norton, and Norton plays away. Then was offside there against Morris. At 5:30 p.m. tomorrow, I've got commentary for the game at Football New South Wales headquarters, Valentine Sports Park. And it's newly promoted Hills United up against Sydney University. That'll be a good one at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. That's switched out to Kashaba. Fazari gets the throw in. And then at 5:40 p.m. tomorrow, what do we call this game? The Alexia Carastala fray? Anyway, it's Sydney Olympic versus University of New South Wales, 5:40 p.m. tomorrow. Keep out to Mackenzie. Tigers win the ball back. Here's Willandau. Now Bernardi. And it's a bit narrow for the Tigers. The ball goes very straight and towards Amy Hall. Over the top, finding Dominikovic, lays it off and into the middle and across the 6-yard box. I think it was Morris who was the closest, but about a yard or two away from making contact. Bradshaw with the header, and it drops for her left boot, and she decides safety first. Now, chance for Dominikovic. A cutback. It's laid off. Here's Bernardi, shoots and swings away. Looks like Hall had it covered. A decent effort nonetheless from the home side. 0-0 here at the North Taramara Recreation Area. About 10 minutes played. 0-0 between Northern Tigers and Western Sydney Wanderers. Good attacking position. I think it's Mackenzie with the throw. Back to Betro, now Khalil. And Khalil outnumbered here. Khalil's trying to at least slow down the Tigers' attack. Dominikovic takes over. And that's Ellie Head. Bernardi, but that's actually good play from the Wanderers. Preventing the counter-attack now. All those in red and black behind the ball as Bernardi gets another touch. Here's Keach. Willandau. Tracked by Betro. Decent run. Willandau ends up playing a pass just a little bit behind Rosie. Side dropping deeper. Gets back. Nice threaded ball by Kashaba, but then Bernardi with the defending for Tigers. Mortlock. Mortlock showing some speed. Tried to play it through a crowd. It deflects towards Hall, and she'll settle it down for the Wanderers. It might be Feeney in there with the defending. Now Morris, back to head. Here's Feeney. Now Mortlock will try from range, and that's over everything. Still something for Tigers technical area to get a little bit excited about as they're winning at high. Tanae Morris getting involved there. Even so, Wanderers goal kick. Ball plays it long. Now, breaks for Ingsad. The runner ahead of her is Zamaya. Through ball here, and Zamaya. She's got a bit of space, and she goes from range. Well, she scored a spectacular goal last week. This one's just a little bit over the bar. Hits the big fence behind the goal that the Tigers are defending. And there you go, the Wanderers can break just like that. Good target forward play initially from Ingsad. And Zamaya, well, I'm no coach, but I'd be advising opposition defences not to let Miriam Zamaya shift the ball onto her left boot. Ravens found that out to their cost last week. It's a good header from Fazari. Keach. Now, Fazari. And across head with the interception. And wins the free kick against Petro. Goes long, and it's a good header from Murray. Kashaba glides past the challenge. It's a good tackle from Bernardi though. And now, Khalil with the block. Tigers throwing right halfway, 0-all here. About a quarter of an hour played. Still goalless between the Tigers and the Wanderers. Hope you're enjoying the match of the round 4, round 6. Feeney starts to move down the left-hand side. Tigers go right with Ewan, and then they'll settle for the throw. I'll enjoy it better when it's in this part of the field. It's my limited vision. I think I can still see as Morris doesn't reel in the throw. And Murray clears, but not that far. Wallandau into the box. And, oh, this is breaks for Dominikovic. And the side-footed effort go just wide. And I think it was a slightly misplayed ball. Dominikovic reacted quickest. The shot goes just wide.
Jacket's too big, mate.
Cleared by Murray. Of course, an early reminder as Petro takes over for the Wanderers. Keep an eye out on the NPL New South Wales social, so that's the Instagram page at NPL__official. And there's also an NPL New South Wales Facebook page, but on Monday as Keach. We'll get to that first, and Inside not really pressing. But on Monday, across our social media channels, you'll see the NPL Women's New South Wales Team of the Week for this weekend, comprised by 3-2-1 votes from the media. Bradshaw plays it back to Hall. Actually, I've got 2 sets of votes to do this weekend. Okay, well, I better be timely sending them in. Murray under pressure from Morris, and Morris taking over. The deflection takes it towards Khalil. Ball back with the Wanderers. And Ingsad, we saw this last week. She is a forward, but as that will go through to Anna Norton. Inside has a good ability to drop into pockets of space. And there she was able to turn. Inside. Both good with the passing and good at running with the ball. This is the Wanderers pressing high against the Tigers. That's a good header from Feeney. Head ping for the foul there against Keith. Tell you what, I can't believe it. So looking at it, when I was kind of guessing at the Wanderers formation, yes, I did call their game last week against the Ravens. I think I've got it all right. Wow, first time for everything. 250 plus games called for Football New South Wales. Finally got something right. Well done to me, as that's out for a Tigers goal kick. Wanderers win it back. Well, it was in Tigers territory, but they had to play it back to defenders. Good foot skills there from Bradshaw and Betro. Go sideways, that opens up for keep. Anticipated well by Keach. Now Bernardi will, very hot pass, which Morris couldn't control. Wanderers ball. And Kashaba, yeah, that's going to go straight at Norton. Norton goes long. It was easy for Kashaba to bring down. In fact, Shelby, well, they're all players to watch, yes, I know, but Kashaba will be one of the players to watch. And last weekend, her battle on the wing against Raven Speedster Morgan Roberts was fascinating. And Kashaba's moving forward in this attack. Possibly that pass aimed at her, but it's Rosie Ewan clearing. Betro. And Tigers able to disrupt the passing. They will take over as we pass the 20-minute mark here. 0-0 between Northern Tigers and Western Sydney Wanderers. Now, bounce a bit awkward for Murray. Morris holding it up. And support, and that flag's up. The flag's up. So, there we go, yes. It's been noticed, and that chance, or that shot from Bernardi wouldn't have counted in any case. I think that offside was called against Ellie Head. Now through, and it's Zamaya into the right side of the box. Now shifts it on the left boot and hits the side netting. Ewan works it back. Norton, good contact on that. But then Murray kept eyes on the ball there. Sideways, not really what Tigers wanted. Good first touch from Fazari. And then didn't work out. They tried to get Kashaba forward on the overlap. hotly contested throw in. And a quick throw works out for the Wanderers. Murray didn't want the back pass with Tigers in close proximity. Murray's done well. Now he's Bradshaw. And Kashaba's getting high and wide very early. Kashaba near halfway. Again, a pocket of space for Musad. Betro. That will be Tigers' goal kick. Yeah, it does look like with the Wanderers approaching, back pass was left a little short, but Norton's reacted in time. Now we'll go to Norton's opposite number, Amy Hall. Murray had the little look over the shoulder. Now Murray, long but strong header from Douglas. Because games got underway this week. I actually saw a game in this competition on Thursday night. It's always a good time as there's enough Tigers in the vicinity there to stop that attack. Always a good time to plug what I call the greatest cup competition in the world, the Sapphire Cup. So the 4th edition of this competition began on Tuesday. Wait, no. Yes, Tuesday the 7th. Actually, I was in attendance. Enjoyed a bit of Thursday night football a couple of nights ago. And this wasn't just a cup game, it was a derby. Blacktown City defeating the Peon by a goal to nil to progress to round 3. But as the Wanderers play out from the back, that's good work from Bradshaw. Now Fatzari. Kashaba. It's Bernardi breaking it up. But Morris. And the decisions, the ball's gone out of Fatzari. Going back to these two teams, the Wanderers, who in their debut Sapphire Cup appearance did very well to reach the semi-finals, losing only to last year's Sapphire Cup winners Apia Laika. As Khalil will shield here. But good work from Khalil. I think they'll settle for the throw, but the Wanderers, their entry into the cup begins at round 3, Wednesday 22nd of April. They're away to Sydney University. I believe that's a 7:30 p.m. kickoff at the Sydney Uni ground. And meanwhile, Northern Tigers, details yet to be confirmed for their round 3 cup game. We do know that they'll be hosting Rangers. Yes, the team formerly known as Mount Druitt, but Tigers at home to the Rangers Cup round 3. Don't know when that'll be played yet, but of course Tigers winners of the Sapphire Cup in 2024. Again, Exile finds a pocket of space. And as that will end up with the keeper, Anna Norton. Northern Tigers, by the way, also finalists in the inaugural Sapphire Cup 2023, where they lost to Apia Laika. Mortlock plays it back to the keeper. Balls. Looks like that will be a Wanderers throw-in. I think to be taken by Mackenzie. And yes. As the Wanderer subs get off the bench to warm up for the first time tonight, and it's almost the first round of the season where you really do need to warm up. Baking hot feels like not too long ago in the opening rounds of the season. In fact, it was baking hot this morning. But as that will go through to Norton, now what you might call the traditional NPL New South Wales aesthetic puffer jackets. And especially at this venue, which tends to be colder than most. Some people would say, and I agree with them, those people, this is more like it. Because when it's cold, it's proper football weather. As will Landau not get the return ball. And I think Murray listens to the shouts from the keeper. So here's Hall. That's out of Mortlot. Dominic played that behind Morris. And it did kind of look promising for a split second there. And then Bradshaw goes across to Keep. And referee just making sure Amelia Feeney takes the throw in from the right spot. Close enough to Amy Hall. She steps outside of the box and booms it into Tigers territory. It breaks for Ansard. I think that's Mackenzie. Mackenzie is an option to the left. That's Fazzari. Edge of the box. And Nikita Fazzari with not quite the contact she wanted. So that's a fairly easy save for Anna Norton. Now, Ewan near side. That stayed in. Dominikovic facing backwards but lays it off. Here's Ewan, and Ewan has the forward option. That's Mortlock. Mortlock's 1-on-1 with Murray. And after all that, I have to say that's great defending from Savannah Murray. Didn't dive in. And yes, the cross went around her, but it also went out of play. A little wind there for Savannah Murray. That's aimed at Dominikovic, right-hand side. And Bradshaw, did she get the touch? She thinks so, and officials agree. Now, Tigers going to follow suit after the Wanderers have done so. And definitely a night where you'll need to stay warm. Now, Bernardi, and she's overhit that.
Brad, go on that side. What are we doing on this side? There is two sides. But I gotta go on the line.
Oh, really?
Goal kick, and Morris was very interested in that slowly moving pass. The Wanderers get out of the box though, and then loose touch allows Bernardi to step in. Feeney's bombing down the left. Tigers keep it central. Both wide defenders, Feeney on the left and Ewan on the right. They're both well forward. It's with the centre backs. Now Douglas, and yeah, that's good. That's good organisation from the Wanderers, keeping their shape and causing the Tigers to go all the way back to the keeper so they can start again. Head. Now Landau doesn't reel it in, but Bernardi does. And I think that's Kenzie back defending against Feeney. throw in, promising attacking position for all the hosts. Throw it headed kind of by Keep, and then it's off Murray, and that's a corner. Let's have a quick look. On our socials tonight for the match of the round. She waits patiently. That is a crowded 6-yard box. That's going to be a lot for Amy Hall, the Wanderers keeper, to deal with. All the tall players up from the back. Here it comes, and well, it was a good punch by Hall, but before that, infringement, and it's a Wanderers free kick. Now, Tigers win it high. This is Ellie Head. There, Dom Nikovic challenges. Breaks for Betro. And I think that's Mackenzie playing it forward. Douglas with the touch. Douglas wants to keep it going forward, but all she saw when she turned was red and black. Then that will go to Keach. And Ewan decides to cool things down. 35th minute here. North Taramara, 0-0 between Tigers and the Wanderers. Hope you're enjoying the match of the round for round 6. Now, flicks off Fatzari, and Rosie Ewan will keep this in play, and Tane Morris wants the early ball into the middle. There it goes, and who was that off last? Off Wanderers last for a corner. Here's Mortlock.
We'll just stand still for you.
He swings it in, aimed at the far post. Good defensive header, but it breaks for Ewan. In some space, that's a heavy touch, and I think that's Khalil that's put it up into the night sky. So good set-piece defending. There's a Tigers player down in back play. Mortlock, in fact, there's shouts to kick it out. Or some shouts. Izzy Keach decides to keep it. And in fact, all Tigers back on their feet, so... Mortlock will go back to the keeper. It's good to see Dominikovic was slow to get to her feet, but back up now and no need for a stoppage. Wanderers ball, that will be. Bradshaw skips past the challenge, and the quick passing releases Kashaba. And then Ewan not allowing a chance on her side at least. Hall, and now he's Keep. He's aiming long for Zamai, and Zamai's pretty quick. Zamai might have won the race here. She has. Good speed. There's already two players in the middle. Zamaya might want to find her own opportunity. Instead, she'll bring Khalil into the play. And Khalil trying to thread it through, and there's Anna Norton. Free kick. And good work there by Fatzari. Now, so there'll be a card to the Tigers bench. And in fact, we have to wait because I've just got to do the necessary admin after a yellow card. Meanwhile, legendary NPL women's photographer Dan Norman is in position for some good photographs. In fact, hopefully you'll see some of those on the NPL New South Wales socials over the next week or so. As Dan Norman on official Football New South Wales duty this evening. Goes out touch for a ball kid. Well done to those two ball kids for hanging around. It's a kind of breezy old evening here, not the warmest, as I'm sure those of you in Sydney would know. And now there's room right hand side. I think that's Mackenzie. Quite a bit of room actually. She'll advance it almost into the box. Then she plays the ball and it's over everyone. Advance it down their right hand side. Another throw in for Mackenzie. Petro. Khalil. Khalil going sideways. Option on the left is Kashaba. Khalil back to Murray. Murray, a little bit of pressure, but Murray won the free kick and free kick very central. Actually, she had a go, but that's nothing to trouble Anna Norton as we're approaching half time with the score still at 0. This is Northern Tigers versus Western Sydney Wanderers. Match of the round for NPL Women's New South Wales at round 6. And we hope wherever you're watching this, the wind isn't bothering you as much as it's bothering us. Now that's covered by Bradshaw. She will decide to keep it in, and will progress it to Khalil. Khalil keeps it moving, but there's Mortlock. And Mortlock, they'll go back for the free kick. Called against Koshaba. Now that all into the spectator area. And then now, little back heel from Douglas. Here's Landau. And now Morris holds it up. Feeney aiming for head. Murray's in the way. Petro, the quick exchange of passes, then plays it forward and safety first from Douglas. Throw in as a tumble, and that'll be a Tigers free kick. Yep. Off Koshaba. Tigers throw right just in front of the Wanderers technical area. Now, that decision goes Wanderers' way. Despite Tanae Morris's protestations, the Wanderers want to get on with it. Not much into the final minute of regulation time for the first half. No tactical battle here as Murray turns inside the box and Morris is pinned for the free kick.
Snaps on a roll. Kick it into us.
Loose ball picked up by Katsari, and then it's the tackle from Douglas. Bernardi. Here's Ewan. Ewan skips past Khalil. And past Fatsari as well. Oh, sorry, that's Mortlock. My apologies. Keach. Keach. Well, that will be that. So, still goalless as the teams head into the dressing. Excellent at the back, and there's still 45 more minutes of entertaining football left in front of us. This is Eric Subihano with the commentary from North Paramara Recreation Area. We'll take a break, about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll be back for the second half.
style, I got told.
See, if I come prepared and actually bring warm clothes, then it's great. Otherwise, me being unprepared is always.
I like having my legs out because then on my torso I've got 3 layers.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was looking at you as and I went, are you wearing shorts? Like, alright then.
I've always been like that.
It was crazy.
and then what you need to then practice is switching across. So you can do that in this position and you can practice just bringing your head back like that, and you can do it a bit slower. You can do it in front of the mirror so you can make sure that you're looking straight and you're not extending back like that. And you can also do it laying on your back because you have something to push against as well. So all of that, hopefully these systems settle pretty quickly over the next couple of days. Because we've caught it really early and if you're really aware of your neck, it should settle fairly quickly. But because you already have the pre-existing like neck, back soreness and that kind of thing, sometimes it does linger a little bit because it's like your body's baseline doesn't know how to hold well, and then that's why this can become a little bit painful. So what I would say is then, so Sam will send you the message about the team doctor, and then is she training on Tuesday? Okay, so she will then check and assess your neck. If she thinks that you can't then play because you're just going to disturb your neck position and start to shorten to treat your energy like that, but try over the next few days to be really, really conscious of like neck position, chin tuck, that kind of thing to give you the best possible chance when you see her. But I'll let her know everything we've done today so that she's aware. Any of the worsening symptoms, you can always just go to the hospital or the doctor. I don't think it's likely it's going to be okay. But on the way home from the drive, you might just be really aware every now and then. Like, you'll probably feel a little bit tired, a little bit like drowsy. Like, and when we sleep in the car, we obviously do that in our head balls. Try really hard to just keep back like that with the chin down. Otherwise, it's just going to be neck. But yeah, pretty good. We're pretty much there now. Yeah, cool. Good. Cold. So cold. I've got the ugly
Why don't you down the car?
I tried charging my phone before, it's not working. We're lost. We'll be fine. Fingers crossed. Oh damn.
She'll be leaving soon too. Maybe playing stuff. I don't know. We don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
See that happen.
Yeah.
That'll be my second half. I'll just distract a bit like exactly what I'm doing. Let's talk about YouTube and stuff.
That's what mine. I'm
Two
just
former
like,
Tigers in this. Two former Tigers in this.
That's what I'm going. I'm just like, at what time can we wrap this all up and we get home to watch in time?
Okay. Well, okay. So what you're saying is you want me to do my interview. Okay.
No, no.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's just like, if you can, if nothing happened during the game.
All right. I'll make my choice before the end.
Preference for when you want to get on music or
So I'm just checking to see who else is being Yeah, I can't check this. So,
you can plug that in if you need it online.
And welcome back to our coverage of NPL Women's New South Wales Round 6, the match of the round. Thanks for joining us here on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday night. It's goalless between Northern Tigers and Western Sydney Wanderers. Second half about to get underway. And in fact, right on cue, there's the whistle. Away we go. Eric Subihana here. And who will break the deadlock? There's an early foul. And Alyssa McKenzie not best pleased with the attention she was receiving there from Ellie Head. We'll go on and I'll do my usual thing in the second half of scanning to see if subs were made at half time. Yeah, I think 99.9% confident that the Wanderers are as they were to begin the game. And actually a quick look. What I think that's the same case for the Northern Tigers, so at the appropriate break and play might do a reminder of the two sets of 11 players out there. But first, Alyssa Ngsad on the ball, and then Khalil. Keep wanted the switcher play, but instead it's the more adventurous pass to McKenzie, and she does keep it in play, and ends up as a goal kick. Feeney intercepts. Now Morris. It's a little bit of space away from keep. And Khalil lunges, deflects it towards Mortlock. Across halfway. And Mortlock, there's options either side, but she does find the wide run. I think that's Dominikovic. And the cross is in. Hall's up there, and a little bit of a bobble. A little bit of a collision as well, but I think everyone is okay to continue. Anyway, I think I'm pretty sure they were very confident there's no subs made at halftime by either side. As Feeney heads it forward, Head looking to shield, but McKenzie, in fact it's McKenzie shielding it from Head. And the Wanderers throw. McKenzie off Feeney, and then Douglas towards the centre circle. Dominikovic goes direct. Morris will chase, but that will be straightforward for Hall. Anyway, the Wanderers line up. A bit of a refresher for the 11 players out there, but we'll hold that thought. Let's see how this works out. Bradshaw with the foot in there. Good first touch from Ngsad. Now she can turn, and there's three Wanderers with her. Four. McKenzie's charging down the right-hand side. And she goes left. Fazari. And Fazari, tight-ish angle. Saved by Norton. Anyway, that Wanderers 11 out there. Amy Hall, number 1, is in goal. In defence, number 27, Charlotte Bradshaw. Number 3, Savannah Murray. And number 2, Annabella Keep. Across the midfield, number 13, Alvina Marie Kashaba. Number 6, Maya Khalil. Number 29, Ruby Petro. And number 11, Alyssa McKenzie. Up front, number 17, Alyssa Ngsad. Number 24, Nikita Fazari. And number 23, Miriam Zumaya. And there's Mortlock. Sharp turn, and then plays it out wide. I think that's Ewan, and Ewan goes back to Keach. Now Murray moves it forward, and really a press there from Ngsad. They'll leave it to Norton. Anyway, a reminder of our Tigers lineup. So in goal for them, number 1, Anna Norton. Across the back, number 5, Amelia Feeney. Number 19, Tegan Douglas. Number 4 on the ball right now, Izzy Keach, winning that free kick. And completing the Tigers' defence, number 15, Rosie Ewan. In midfield, or central midfield, number 17, Chloe Willandau, and number 14, Beth Bernardi. On the left, number 9, Ellie Head. On the right, number 10, Charlotte Mortlock, Lottie Mortlock. And up front, number 23, Tanae Morris, and number 21, Nikola Dominikovic. As that's a good feint from Keach. Now down the line, Ewan is giving it away. Now Ngsad. Betro. And Tigers reasonably well defended. In fact, Morris is intercepted, and Tanae Morris is quick and will go into the box. He shoots, and it's hit the bar. The rebound will fall for keep. And it's cleared. I think that's going to be up a throw in, not a corner, but Morris. Well, just our Spirit about the threat Tane Morris provides. She scored 4 times against Spirit in Tigers 7. In that 7-1 victory the Tigers had a couple of weekends ago. Morris with the interception, charged to the box and millimeters away from opening the scoring. Feeney whips it in, header from Murray. Now, and almost breaks for the Tigers. Ball into the middle and the flag is up for offside. I think I could just about see the race flag of the assistant on the far side, although just the particular angle I have, I was looking straight at one of the lights of the amenities building, so yeah, I think I could just about make that out. Anyway, back underway here. Betro now, down the line, McKenzie's there, and McKenzie runs into Orlando. Now, I think we'll go back for the infringements on Ellie Head. By the way, be too long, I think, before we see substitutes. Might just remind you of the 2 sets of substitutes out there. Firstly, for the Tigers, Liv Riddle, the backup keeper, and the others we may see later tonight: Shadeen Evans, Bo Burton, Jada Taylor, Sophia Paz, Mia Hunt, and Olivia Meacock, as Keach gets ready and plays the dead ball into the box. Good ball. It's allowed to bounce, and then it escapes everyone and is out for a goal kick. So those Wanderers substitutes: Zoe Edwards is the backup shot stopper. We could also see later on Mia Natali, Alara Turkan, Chelsea Barton, Ava DaCosta, Mary Dalbroy, and or Sienna Arate. Second minute here at North Taramara. Tension starting to build as the 3 points both sides would feel, as that's a Wanderers free kick, both sides would feel that 3 points are very much there for the taking. Fazzari, and Wanderers will keep the ball by way of throw-in, but Rosie Ewan defending very stoutly as the throw-in is aimed at Imsad, and then back to Kashaba, and back to Imsad. Little drop of the shoulder, now aiming at McKenzie in the box, but the loose touch allows the clearance from Douglas. Keep. McKenzie. And going to need to get up early in the morning to get best of Amelia Feeney in that situation. And there's the 1-2, and Feeney clears. Morris trying to make it stick. Murray has won it back, and then Feeney wants the throw and gets the throw in. Now, Morris, full of energy, and this might break her away as Keep comes back doing the defending. Murray gets the tackle in there. Now, Betro. And Bernardi's in there. That's good play. Now Zamaya's got room. Zamaya can play the ball, but Ewan is well positioned. It may still break to 4 Fazzari, and does. And then, that's unusual for Fazzari's technique to let her down. Fazzari looking to break through on the far side. Throw in, which Kashaba takes quickly, but maybe a little bit too quickly. Intercepted. Now Mort looks under pressure. Does well. Finds Ewan. Keach sends it into opposition territory. Now it might loop up, and Morris has tried to flick on. Dominikovic will chase, but defending from Bradshaw. In fact, will have an injury stoppage. Just want to make sure that I think it's Dominikovic who's down, but doesn't look too bad. Crossing our fingers here. So we will have a brief stoppage while Tigers player is attended to. Yeah, and I think it is. I can just about see the 21 of Dominikovic. So let's hope it's nothing serious as let's look forward upcoming games. And of course, I must say, continually delighted that once again broadcasting every single NPL Women's New South Wales game for the 2026 season on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. It's been this way ever since 2019, I think. And in 8 days' time, Sunday 19th of April, Northern Tigers have their next game away to the Rangers at Popmendetta Park. Following that is an Anzac Day game, or Anzac evening to be precise, 6:30 p.m. on Saturday 25th of April. A fixture I like to call the Alex the Astronaut Derby. Northern Tigers at home to Sydney University here at North Taramara. Then on Sunday the 3rd of May, Tigers are on the road for a 5:30 p.m. game away to Hills United at Valentine Sports Park. And then on Saturday 9th of May, Tigers back at North Taramara. They host Sydney Olympic in round 10. And somewhere in that, in amongst that stretch of games, we think would be the Tigers Sapphire Cup round 3 game away to the Rangers. Now, the good sign is that Dominikovic can walk off largely unassisted, but the bad sign that she will need to be replaced. Hopefully it's nothing serious, as I said, but Nikola Dominikovic, number 21, is off to be replaced by number 6, Shadeen Evans. Played back, and that's Morris, and Morris low into the box before it's dealt with by Murray. The spin will take it a bit towards Zamaya. Zamaya, that's a nice play. Here's McKenzie. There are a couple of runners in front of him. McKenzie, one for Insard, I think it is to chase. And Insard tracked by Douglas. Now, McKenzie continued the run, and McKenzie across the box. Fatsari was in the general area, but not quite close enough to apply the finishing touch. That's good play. Fatsari, stolen by Bernardi. Evans is available more left, and that's where it goes. Now bringing Feeney into the play. And Amelia Feeney can't hit them from range, instead tries to disguise the pass. And now Wanderers, their turn to take it forward. There's Fatsari, and there was the tackle from Wallandow. And Wallandow is slow-ish to get up. But she will get up. I might try and keep an eye on Wallandow, not exactly moving freely, but we go on. That's good skill. Could be a chance. It's a goal. What a brilliant goal. The Wanderers are in front. There didn't seem to be much room at all, but there was enough room. It's Wanderers 1, Tigers 0. Absolutely sensational finish. I think that's Alyssa Insard. From the quick throw in, I think it was Ingsard who somehow found a way in. And the angle was tight, but not too tight to prevent a goal. And there we go. We have the opening goal here in the match of the round. It's gone the way of the red and black. Apologies, I wasn't quite clear seeing it, but judging from who they were congratulating, I keep my eye on who was getting most of the congratulations. Yes, it does appear that Alyssa Ingsard has opened the scoring and is a brilliant goal too. Will the Tigers respond? That's an interesting pass. And head. Tried to work it centrally, but Hall proactive there, falling on the ball. Past the hour mark here. And there's, I think, the Wanderers coaching staff possibly talking a couple of substitutes. I see Chelsea Barton in front of me receiving some instructions. She's one of the subs. Zumaya, great skill, and now good ball from Mackenzie as well. It's Mackenzie passing it, Ingsard eased away from it. Now breaks for Zumaya. Parried, chance maybe, Mackenzie slams it home, and it's 2-0. 2 quick fire goals. Alyssa Mackenzie has been good all game, brought into the starting lineup for tonight. He's been lively in attacks down the right-hand side, and when the ball was parried towards her, she was clinical. 2 goals in the space of about 2 minutes. And the Wanderers firmly in control here, looking to maintain that, looking good to maintain that unbeaten start to 2026. Go. Now, big challenge for the Tigers here. Now, Samaya holds it up. Khalil with a little bit of pressure, but has options. And one of them is Murray. Tackle from Evans. Infringement now. I think I see a 26 getting ready to come on. That'll be Sienna Arate. Well, there's really no need to hurry. The 2-0 lead, but Ingsard getting, I think, a little bit of a hurry up from the officials. And Alyssa Ingsard, one of the goal scorers, makes way. Sienna Arate on for the Wanderers now. We'll see if that results in any kind of reshuffle. I'll keep an eye on that one as the Tigers are on the move. Ellie Head. Good tackle. There's Khalil. The stop there. As the Tigers keep it on the far side of the field, they have won the corner, which by my very unofficial tally is their 3rd corner of the game. Just popped it up I know I shouldn't be looking at my phone when I'm doing commentary, but yeah, whatever. The Matildas lineup is out for tonight's game. They're playing in the FIFA series in Kenya against Malawi. As this corner comes in, and well, it's right into the crowd, and then ends up in Amy Hall's gloves. Actually, that Matildas lineup, a couple of, there's a former Northern Tiger in that starting lineup. We'll probably expand on that point later. As Morris with the backwards pass to Evans, but then that's Betro. Nice work from Betro. Keach. As the Tigers shift it, Landau. There's Douglas, and the Wanderers know they can be patient. They don't have to press too high with a 2-goal lead. As that's good footwork. Now there's a bit of room here for the Tigers. Mortlock. I think that's broken up by Fazzari. Another Wanderer sub coming up. Good shift for Alyssa McKenzie. She looks to be the one making her way to the sideline. Number 11, Alyssa McKenzie, to be replaced by number 14, Chelsea Barton. Keep some time and then wraparound run from Barton. Keep runs into Feeney. Decision goes the way of Tigers. So now here's Morris. Work back to Keach. Midway through the second half here. It's Northern Tigers 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 2 in the match of the round. Goals from Alyssa Lingsard and Alyssa McKenzie as that's over the top. Keeper's off the line and flags up. Wouldn't have counted anyway. And to be fair, Amy Hall nonetheless dealt with the situation. Okay. Well, wait to get back underway. Quick look at the Matildas lineup for tonight's game against Malawi. A former Northern Tiger, Winnie Heatley, is starting for the national team. And another former Northern Tiger. And Isabel Gomez is on the bench. Right. Nice to link the senior national team back to this competition. It wasn't that long ago. As Ellie Head makes a strong run into the box. Head has a cross block by Bradshaw. And it doesn't go out. It's whipped back into the middle, and Amy Hall really insistent that the ball be left to her. Keeper takes over. Hall sends it towards midfield. Feeney with the defending. Evans switches it. Good first touch from Keach, and she keeps it moving. Out wide to Ewan. I think, do my best when the ball's on the far side. I think that's Mortlock. Bernardi dishes it back to Mortlock. But Kashaba sticking to the task defensively. Oh, no, that's decent. And now it's Beth Bernardi. Shoots. Parried. Who does it break to? Yeah, let it bounce. Everyone lets it bounce. The flag is up for offside. Oh, there we go. Suddenly it was wide open for Bernardi. Good save from Amy Hall. To the final 20 minutes of regulation time. Tries to head it forward. Feeney can't throw the ball down the line. Now the Wanderers in a tight space. Oh, appeals for a throw, except for the small matter of it not going out. Let's continue. Douglas plays it forward. Northlock tried to hit turn, but it was well read by Kashaba. Khalil keeps it high and wanted the switch of play instead. But Barton, that's a nice ball from Barton. Here's Keep. And Keep has the cross blocked by Feeney. Now, great skill from Arate. Yes, he's won the free kick as well. Another promising situation for the Wanderers coming up. Sienna Arate making a difference as an impact sub. Now, a couple of left footers in this team. Zamaya's one of them, but it's been left to the other footer, Alvina Marie Kashaba. Almost everyone back for Tigers. Kashaba floats it in. It's not beaten. The player at the near post. Fatsari plays it back in, and there's the catch from Norton. Norton just didn't quite get the contact she wanted. Headed towards head, and then there's Murray taking over. I don't remember to do this before full time. Actually, we'll hold that thought. That's a strong, good run from Khalil. Bernardi, the tackle, but Khalil gets back up, trying to play it into the middle. And then Khalil, the third attempt, wins the corner. That's excellent from my Khalil. Yes, another reminder. On Monday, the NPL Women's New South Wales Team of the Week for Round 6 will be released on our socials at NPL NSW_official for Instagram. We also have a Facebook page. Always great to see who gets the 3-2-1 votes from the media for any round of football. This corner comes in, it's flat, and, well, it's missed at the near post, but safe hands from Anna Norton. And our very own Emily Arnold on Match of the Round Instagram duty tonight. We've had a good view of that from her vantage point. As that is going to be a Tigers free kick, and I think a yellow card shown to Maya Khalil as well. Amy Hall yelling out the directions. 2 in the wall. And it would be Keach to clip it in towards Morris. And header away and then played up. So Bernardi. The header finds Evans. Now Khalil intercepts and Khalil holds off Willandau. Now Veteran. That's nice footwork, and Betro could open up left-hand side for Kashaba. The 1-2 possibility coming up. Fatsari knew what to do. Kashaba continues her run. Floats it in. Away by Bernardi. Well, Landau. It's a little bit of room away from Betro. Now the ball, that's too straight. Dealt with by Bradshaw. Ball. They'll just shift it right. Chelsea Barton now for the Wanderers. Now, got the finesse of the ball right. Keeps got some room. She needs the options in the middle. They are coming though. There's two of them. Cut back and cleared. Izzy Keach with the clearance. Now, well, we are. Wanderers might be getting close to game management mode, but the ref just hurrying there to encouraging Annabella Keep to retrieve the ball for this throw, and I think that's how we'll phrase it. Good work from Zamaya. Now, Arate. Keep now. Now it goes in. Fatsari will challenge, but it's well over Fatsari's head. It's Tigers 0, Wanderers 2. Both of the Wanderers goals coming in the second half. Alyssa Emsad and Alyssa McKenzie scoring goals about 2 minutes apart to put the red and black in this commanding position. Actually, I have to do some maths in terms of the live table as the backwards pass. Tigers bench encouraging their team to step up, but the Wanderers, they've got the passes flowing at the moment as it's another touch for Keep, the side nearest to us. Good tackle from Feeney. Arate, and it was beaten 2, but not the third. And across to do the covering is Douglas. Keep. Aggressive touch on the ball into the box is interesting. Tigers allowing it to bounce. And do come away with it, but Mordlock is stopped. Good play from Khalil. Now, there's a Maya. The turn, left-footed shot. Saved by Norton. Corner coming up.
Good job, mate. Thanks, mate.
She didn't run past out. That's run this side.
There's the signal. Kashaba, good delivery, and right into the 6-yard box. Norton picks up the ball. Release. Here's Evans. Keach plays it back. Norton moves it to Douglas. Bernardi. And that Keep looks to have got the jump here. And Morvlock, who appears to have operating in a different place, part of the field to where she operated for at least the first half. Good touch from Feeney there. And everyone behind the ball for the Wanderers. Big challenge for the Tigers here. And they get back into this. Headed away by Murray. And there we go, another great touch. from Zamara. Keep runs at 2, and there's a third player that stops Keep. Now, substitutions coming up for the home side. I think that's Ellie Head coming off. That looks to be Bo Burton, number 7 for Tigers. Was very active in the under-23s game just before this one. Now Bo Burton has about 10 minutes to make an impression in first grade. Feeney down the line. And Murray, and she has been for lots of this game, in the position to stop any Tigers forward progress. And a booming clearance into the car park. And for a brief moment I was regretting where I parked my car, but my car's okay. Here's Keach. It's direct and flicks off the keeper, but that'll be easy for Hall. Keeper counts down the time. Hall releases. There's a bounce before Douglas heads it. And Feeney gets the touch off the opponent. Takes the throw in quickly. No time to waste, of course, for the Tigers. Clock very much their enemy as they are trailing by 2-0. Murray getting the jump on the opponent there, and it's a clearance which Fatsari was interested in for the Tigers. It's not what they need, the Tigers. The Wanderers. Looking very likely, although you never know in football, very likely to move to 14 points after the opening 6 rounds. That'd be an excellent haul from these opening 6 rounds of the season. Another decision goes their way. And paddling because I'm trying to find the ladder. No, not that ladder, that's not the lead I'm calling. Anyway, yes, they'd actually, for the time being, 3 points would see the Wanderers move into second place, although UNSW could jump over them back into the second with their game tomorrow, with UNSW playing away to Sydney Olympic 5:40 p.m. tomorrow. Disguise pass, but too heavy. It's too heavy for Kashaba to catch up to. Yes, as I said, Sydney Olympic are playing at UNSW 5:40 p.m. tomorrow. The other NPL Women's New South Wales games scheduled for tomorrow at 3 p.m. Macarthur Rams hosting Spirit FC. At 5 p.m. it's Illawarra Stingrays hosting Bulls FC Academy from Lakelands Oval in Dapto. And there's also, what did my note say? There's also Rangers versus RPR 5 p.m. at Popondetta Park. At 5:10 p.m. Gladesville Ravens have a home game against... oh, yes, that's right. My notes as much. But anyway, Gladesville Ravens have a 5:10 p.m. home game tomorrow. At 5:30 p.m. I'll be on the mic from Valentine Sports Park. It's Hills United versus Sydney University. And as I said, 5:40 p.m. Sydney Olympic versus UNSW. Now, whipped in. Evans is challenging, but there's Murray with the header. We'll just keep it moving, but that's Douglas's ball. And Douglas, it'll run to halfway. Landau, but there's Counting plenty of resistance. That's nice from Betro. And Betro, the ball to Fazari. Now Betro. And they move it sideways. Barton. Now Douglas with the anticipation there. Now Morris has got the speed. But then, well, the two defenders there. See out the danger for the Wanderers. Bernardi now for Tigers. 86th, 6th minute here. Oh goodness, I think I see a ball kid wearing a blanket. Yep, it's that time of year. After the early rounds where it was really warm, time for sunscreen, sunnies, and hats. I think those two ball kids near where the play is right now, demonstrating what NPL New South Wales is all about. Shivering in the cold as it's cleared. This league, it's a league of puffer jackets and beanies and scarves. As that will go back for a Tigers free kick. These are the opportunities they need to make count. Time is running down. Dan Ullman continues to take photographs. The Wanderers need to concentrate. It's been an excellent performance, but there is still work to be done, starting with this set piece. Amy Hall has indicated that she wants 3 in the wall. Now the wall is to Amy Hall's liking. It's everyone back for the Wanderers, and here's the signal. The delivery, and not cleared, but there's a decent touch from Betro and temporary safety at least. Now, one player from each team is down, so we will have a stoppage. As So, of course, this will add to the stoppage time. And, of course, hard to see. We can't really see what's going on there. There are going to be subs. I do see number 34, Olivia Meacock, getting ready to come on for Tigers. Also for the Wanderers, number 9, Alara Chokan is ready to go. So Meacock on the field. Meacock on the field for Tigers, and Turkan will have to wait. Let's see, what's the decision? Actually, what's the decision? How do we restart? Well, Amy Hall's not in the goal, so one would assume they're not going to restart just yet. Now, well, Amy Hall has to scramble back to the goal because the Tigers need to get on with it. And it's delivered in. Hall's up. Good punch there. Who's it fall for? It falls for Feeney. And Feeney shoots. Great save from Amy Hall. Amelia Feeney can hit them. He definitely got hold of that. But it's a great save from Hall. The Wanderers, they're preparing Alara Tokan and Mary Dalbroy, the two junior Matildas, but Mary Dalbroy will come on at least. And presumably she'll go head straight into the middle to defend this set piece. But now it's played in, aimed at the far post. There's the header, but that'll be over. Into stoppage time now. Tigers 0, Wanderers 2 as Murray clears. Zamaya, nice back heel and keep. So a very good second half. Started in the back three and as part of a substitution moved further forward. And Annabella keeps showing the right side of the back three or the right midfield flyer. She's got some versatility to her game. Zamaya, well, she's got it on the left boot and winds up. And had the Wanderers fans on this side got momentarily excited, but the rippling effect was the outside of the net being rippled and possibly that supporting net behind, that big net behind Anna Norton's goal. Decent effort though from Zamaya. In fact, I think we will not see Alara Turkan. I think Wanderers have used all their windows. Turkan is actually searching for whatever is warmer than the playing strip. And definitely deep into stoppage time now. About more than 90 seconds of that have been played. Cross deep to the far post. Evans is there, plays it back into the middle, and now it breaks for Feeney. Amelia Feeney denied. Another good save from Amy Hall. Another Tigers corner. But Tigers really putting the pressure on. Wanderers really want that clean sheet. Here we go again, and it goes sideways, and I think that's Khalil. Goes up. Morris challenging. And the header. Tigers want the decision. Goal kick. There's a goal kick. Now, lots of space for Fatzari here, and the Wanderers 4 forward in this attack. Zamaya did stay onside. Plays it to the far post. Feeney, not the contact she wanted, but an easy enough catch for Norton. Despite some consternation, I think Norton's keen to get on with it. Into the 4th minute of time added on we go. Out trying for the killer pass, but it's overhit and Amy Hall scrambles out and will run down every possible second before using the gloves. I'm sure Amy Hall would rather see out the rest of the game with the ball in her gloves, but that's not how it works, and no decision there. Play to Feeney. Feeney to Evans. Now, that will be that. Wanderers stay undefeated and for the time being moved to 2nd place in the league with a 2-0 win away to Northern Tigers in the match of the round. The 2 goals came in the second half. Alyssa Insad opened the scoring home in a very acute angle, and about 2 minutes after that, Alyssa McKenzie slammed the ball home from close range to make it 2-0, and that was that. That's how we got to the final scoreline. We hope you watch some more of this wonderful competition. There's 6 NPL Women's New South Wales games tomorrow starting at 3 p.m. with the game between Macarthur Rams and Spirit FC. There's also the League One Women's Match of the Round, 2:30 p.m. tomorrow from Jensen Park, Bankstown City versus Central Coast Mariners. If you're interested in more of my commentary, I've got the game tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Hills United versus Sydney University, and on Sunday, 19th of April, I'll be at Lambert Park to call Apia Leichhardt versus Sydney Olympic. But for now, and on behalf of Football New South Wales, our broadcast partner, Sportscast, Emily Arnold on the NPL New South Wales socials, and tonight's camera operator, Josh, this is Eric Shibihano signing off from North Taramara Recreation Area. We hope you enjoyed this weekend's NPL Women's New South Wales Match of the Round, and we hope to have your company again on our YouTube channel. The final score here is Northern Tigers 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 2. Good night.
You doing interviews or is it two calls?
Yeah.
Savannah Murray,
Yeah.
3 and 11.
My phone.
Yes, what's happening?
I just said we got this.
Yes. USB-C?
Oh.
You got a USB-C phone? Next time we
Okay.
definitely. Now we know, next time.
Yeah, I brought it out and it didn't work.
I think there was a way.
Exactly. I also have no idea what I'm doing. So we may have to go no nights. Woo! It'll be fun.
You've got the